Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology weekend forecast for the weekend of August 23rd, 24th, 25th, 2013. I am astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Well, people are talking about Star David, big Cardinal cross, big opposition, Sun and Mercury now in Virgo. I mean, in the astrology world, we have got a full board here. We have got all the planets, first of all, spread out. We call this a very even chart in astrology, whatever you want to call it. This is very spread apart. That means lots of things are happening in our lives. Oh my gosh, so much is going on. We are at a turning point. What this Star of David energy is, what this grand sextile, everybody's talking about it on the internet. It's deeper than that. There's a cardinal cross, which is much stronger. And what this is a big turning point in our lives. And I think a lot of it has to do with relationships, powerful relationships. Even the ones that we're going to maintain and keep, rebooting them, stepping into more of how we feel, becoming more the self we need to be. A lot of this is by making new plans of what this reality is. This is a big turning point, everybody. This is a big fate train destiny point. And it is about you coming into this new reality, but more importantly, I'm going to take it off the astrology and galactically for a moment. A lot of people channeled about this new earth, about it moving from three-dimensional to fourth-dimensional, and how the earths were going to split. And this is a moment where the reason why I bring up relationships and a lot of relationships having to leave, because it's in a hard cardinal cross, and Venus is totally in the middle of it in Libra, is we can't hang on the fence with these people that in our lives, if they're not part of your truth, if they're not part of your emotion, they're not listening to your emotions, or they're not part of the self that you need to be, or they're not part of your plan, or they're not part of this reality that's very high vibrational. It's time for these people to leave. I think it's time for these relationships to go, and you're going to have to step more into ones that are more on this energy, more on your truth, more on the power of who you really are. And I hate to say that, I hate to be that burden of bad news, but I think it's a burden of good news actually, because we all know who we should align with now. We all know, and this is about your value systems, Venus, right? Are you really evenly keeled with how you vibrate as far as these are your values in your life? Are you in work, relationships, homes, cities, energies? Deeper than that, energies that represent the balance point of representing your core values. That's what a relationship is. Is this person worthy of the equalness of the person I am? I mean, this is what a lot of this is. This is what we have to go through. And it is all this energy that is forcing us. Not only because the Star of David happens, which is actually kind of weak. It's kind of weak. It's this cardinal cross that forces us to make this huge change, to step more into a higher dimensional energy, because the universe is starting to split. It's a new age. It's now bringing more positive than energy every day that we are alive. Sure, it's on very microscopic clicking levels, but every day that clicks, we are clicking into the universe only supporting more positive and bringing negative lower. And in our lives, in our relationships, in our placements, and in what we're doing, and in this new reality we must organize, this Sun and Mercury on top of Virgo in the exact same spot as they come in is really a reality check to, new arrangements that must be made in our reality, new realities coming our way, new relationships, new understandings of the current relationships we're in, a new check of this is okay, this is what we're doing here, this is what we're doing there. This brings a lot of that energy to play here. The moon in Aries this weekend, which comes in Friday, and it conjuncts Uranus, and it's part of this huge square and in this huge cross. Our emotions get under pressure to oppose relationships. That's why I'm bringing up relationships. It's like, before we could step into some, we got to check a lot of stuff on our own, but we know these are important. There's a lot of emotional, physical, spiritual. We have to work a lot of stuff out internally. And I think that's what makes it so weird with relationships. But this weekend we're working out our own realities here. We're working out what we want. And are you part of this or are you not? okay, well, what are we together for if you're not part of this? Like, and that's what changes the game here, big time, and it brings in this whole week. So this isn't going away after the weekend, everybody. This is like teeing us up for a huge, huge, huge hole, you know, 5-par here. You know, this is definitely a 5-par energy of, there's a lot of shots we're gonna take over the next week here, and this weekend is the big first drive of like, all right, how is this energy going to play out? This is a lot of energy to pay attention to. This is so much. The moon does come into Aries for most of the weekend and then leaves, you know, and comes into Taurus, which is going to activate more of those Star of Davids that everybody's talking about. But to me, what this is an aha moment of what we must physically manifest by understanding the emotions, by understanding the passions that we need to come in with our life. And it's as simple as, if they're not going to be part of your team, whether it's relationships, jobs, and everything that's part of your truth, then you have to now move into the higher dimensional areas in this and make this reality more towards what the life you want to harvest. If they're not wanting to eat your grain, if that job's not eating your grain, you know, you have to be real and understand this. It's going to take courage. This is not easy. You know, some people write like, oh, well, I hate this. And if it's not as easy said as done, this is what it forces you to, is it is as easy as said as done, but you have to do it and you have to move into it in order to get your life to be better. And this is forcing us to move our lives to be better in not easy ways. It can be easy, though, if you're just paying attention to the signs and you're following it, and that's what the universe is trying to teach us with Neptune and Pisces, with Chiron here in Pisces. Just go with the flow. The flow's trying to push you. The Sun and Mercury this weekend oppose, and we can want it to be one little certain way and have all these things, and it's like, don't forget about the flow. Don't forget about spirit. Don't forget about the higher vibration. Don't forget about imagination here. Don't forget about imagination. Don't forget about beautiful colors. Don't forget about listening to some music. If you need to check out this weekend, check out into some music. Let yourself off. But there's a lot that this is bringing us to, which is exciting. It's the excitement to come into the life you really want to. It's the excitement to have your relationships worked out in the way you want to. It's the excitement to step more into your truth. It's the excitement for some of these deep plans to come together. So enjoy this weekend a lot. You will feel this weekend. Exciting things can happen. People that you never expected could drop into your life this weekend too. Very unpredictable things with relationships. Very unpredictable things with where the new turn in our life is going. It's exciting. And you know, check out One Feather and I just did this huge video about next week, and we got tarot readings that are crazy. I mean, watch the video. And my big webinar is next Saturday on the 1st. My big royal dispatch is coming back, and this time I'm doing it on a Saturday at 9 a.m. so everybody in Europe can join and everybody in the East Coast can join, and we are all going to be there to send a prayer out together, and I want you to be there. Please be there. It's going to be on the 1st. I've got the download link or the sign-up link below. Thank you guys for all your support. I am here for you guys through this. I understand this is crazy and dynamic and powerful changes, but this is to get you to your best, to your most exciting. And as I really feel the energies are shifting and breaking apart from the old, don't be one of those people on the street yelling at their car, yelling at their kid, and so stuck in the reality and not aware of the much deeper that is going on, of the change, of the higher vibration, of the positive energy we must step into. And that starts with your one-on-one relationships. It's time to look at that deeply and time to readjust your reality. So check out my website, inclusiveastrology.com, if you have any questions or if you want a one-on-one reading. Thank you for all your support, and I will see you guys on Monday.